Hey guys, welcome to the second part of this video. I already discussed John, Danny, Cersei and Jaime in the first part of the trailer review. Let's move on to the rest of the Starks now. When Lord Jon Royce and Lord Glover said they should have chosen Sansa as their queen, Sansa didn't say anything to them. She was probably just happy that they were finally acknowledging her. All the whispering from Littlefinger paid off. A part of her wanted to be a queen, a part that listened to Littlefinger, and Littlefinger knew it too. Arya read Sansa like an open book. At least, all the beatings she got during the lying game with the wave paid off. Sansa doesn't want to think about it, but she can't help it, especially with Littlefinger whispering in her ears that it should have been her. Another possibility is that this is all just for show. We know that Littlefinger is trying to get Arya and Sansa against each other. That girl whispering into Littlefinger's ears was his spy. Maybe she told him about Arya and Sansa's conversation. Littlefinger knew that Arya was watching him, and he openly talked with Lord Jon Royce and Lord Glover in the courtyard to make Arya think that he was behind them, thinking that Sansa should be the queen, and then he made it look like he is working for Sansa so that Arya and Sansa will fight, because Arya is closest to Jon too, just like Jon is closest to her among his siblings. And just in case there was any doubt left in Arya's mind, he told Maester Volkan, knowing that Arya will be listening, "Lady Sansa thanks you for your service." And then he left the room so that Arya could find the letter Sansa wrote to Robb asking him to swear fealty to Joff. You can make out some of the words from the letter. I'll read the ones I can. Dash is dead, killed from wounds he took in a boar hunt. Father Dash Joffrey and tried to steal his throne. The Lannisters Dash in King's Landing and swear fealty to King Joffrey and dash 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 your faithful sister Sansa. Littlefinger thinks this will make Arya mad at Sansa. He thinks that once she is separated from her family, Sansa will have no choice left but to return to him. Ever since Sansa has returned home and reunited with her family, she has been shutting Littlefinger off. She knew Littlefinger was up to something, but she didn't do anything about it. But then he gave the Valyrian steel dagger to Bran. After that, she couldn't allow Littlefinger to mess with her siblings. I think she decided to do something to protect them. As I said in my Sansa's journey video, I think Sansa was only pretending to let Littlefinger get to her. Her interrupting Jon and all was for Littlefinger's benefit, making him think Sansa is still so gullible. Now she has decided to take it to the next level, and she included Arya in her plan. Maybe Bran is involved too. Maybe he was the one who told them about Littlefinger's plan in the first place. Arya was trained with the best assassins in the world, and if a faceless man tries to spy on someone, that person won't have a clue about it. It would have been very clumsy for a faceless man to be noticed like this. I think they are just giving Littlefinger a loose rope to tie around his neck. In the episode 6 trailer review, Arya and Sansa had met at the rookery. At that time, I thought Arya will confront Sansa about the letter, but Arya could have confronted Sansa anywhere, like in her chambers, etc. Then a new idea came to my mind. What if this is where they will meet to secretly plan their next move against Littlefinger? It would be harder for Littlefinger's birds to spy on them there. As I said in the trailer review, the cages were empty, so it wasn't like they wanted to send a raven or something. And even if they did, it's Mr. Volkan's job. Why do you think they were in the rookery? And as for where all these ravens went, maybe Bran will take all the ravens and send them to watch over Jon. And did you notice the hill where the Night King and the White Walkers were standing? It's the same hill from the official trailers where you can see our Magnificent Seven standing. In the episode 6 trailer, you can see this rock in front of them and the Whites chasing them. It makes sense that Jon will choose a higher ground to fight them off. The Night King was standing at the same rock. It makes sense that Jon went to this place because that's where Bran saw the Night King. But the question is, why didn't the Night King move from that place? He had noticed the ravens spying on him. Either he didn't think that anyone would be stupid enough to go looking for them, or he's arrogant enough to think that if they came, he can handle it, which he definitely can. So I guess both is true. By the way, were you disappointed by Sam's detailed proposal too? When Maester Ambrose asked him for the detailed proposal, I thought Sam will make some kind of a deal, offer something in return, or something clever like that. Instead, he just repeated what he had said before and then decided to run back without even finishing what he came here to do. At least, he learned how to clean chamber pots. But in his defense, all this won't matter anymore if the Whites manage to cross the wall. By the way, I loved how they sneaked in the mention of Jenny of Oldstones in the show. Although, in the books, Jenny of Oldstones claimed that the Wood Switch, aka the Ghost of High Heart, was a child of Forest, not her. This Wood Switch was the one who had prophesied that the prince that was promised would be born from the line of Aerys and Rhaella, causing King Jaehaerys to marry his two children. Anyways, before leaving the citadel, Sam stole the books from them, and before leaving Hornhill, he had stolen Heartsbane from Randall Tarley. What is it with Sam and all this stealing? I didn't know Sam was a kleptomaniac. Just kidding. And why was he collecting random scrolls from the shelves? What if he picked another Maester's bowel movements when the secret to defeating the Night King could have been lying around right next to it? As for what Gilly found in the books, if Rhaegar really had a Maester issue an annulment and marry her to Lyanna without asking him to keep it a secret, maybe he wasn't as smart as I thought he was. Maester Maynard could have told anyone about this, or anyone could have read his journals, just like Gilly did, and could have told someone. You can say maybe this wasn't supposed to be this huge secret. If that was the case, why not tell the Starks and everyone else that they got married? They could have avoided so many deaths. Ned died keeping this secret, even from his wife, which made his married life very difficult. John's life was miserable too. Cat wouldn't have hated him so much if she knew the truth. He never even knew who his mother was. If Rhaegar had really married Lyanna, what was the point of hiding it from everyone and running away? And why was Rhaegar's second marriage done in a dawn ceremony? It indicates that Elia knew about this and helped Rhaegar arrange for it. And even if it's proved that Jon is Rhaegar's legitimate child, I don't think it will change things much. Aerys was the king and Rhaegar was a prince, and the king's children come before a prince's children, right? Rhaegar was still a prince when he died, so technically the stronger claim will be of the last king's son or daughter. That is, considering we are not talking about a male versus female claim. Also, the Dothraki and the Unsullied will only follow Dany. So I think the best solution here is that Jon and Dany should marry and rule together. As I've said in my Jon and Dany predictions video, I think Jon and Dany will die in the end and their child will rule the Seven Kingdoms. What do you think? Anyways, Gendry is finally back. I loved how they gave all the Gendry's rowing questions and memes a salute by having Davos mention it. I thought you might still be rowing. You're not the only one, Sir Davos. We thought so too. And poor Sir Davos. No one even listens to reason anymore. Davos's joke about living to a ripe old age was so on point. He's not going beyond the wall either. I think he might become the second person to die of natural causes in Game of Thrones. I loved the Jon and Gendry bonding moment. Maybe Gendry is a little bit like Jon too. When Jon first met Ygritte in the books, he thought how she was like Arya. Maybe on a subconscious level, Arya also recognized how Gendry is like Jon too. By the way, why didn't Gendry mention Arya to Jon? These convenient memory lapses are very annoying. I would have loved to see the expression on Jon's face when he finds out about Arya and Gendry. Even though there was nothing going on between them, she had offered to be his family. I would love to see an Arya and Gendry reunion and how Jon will be overprotective about his favorite sister. Anyways, it's time for the comment shoutout now. Today's comment shoutout goes to the Farce Her, who said, "The cave painting with the eye is a representation of the Isle of Faces on God's Eye, telling us that the weirwood there is extremely important. It is where the Night King was created, and may be a barrier to the Night King, as the weirwood north of the wall was for Uncle Benjen." That's a really cool theory, the Farsher. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. It's definitely possible that the children left a message for the first man to go to the Isle of Faces. I discussed my theory about the God's Eye and the Isle of Faces in my Harrenhal's curse theory. I'll leave the link in the descriptions below. Don't forget to check it out. As for the barrier in the cave, I don't think that was especially for Benjen. The spell in the cave was exactly like the spells on the wall. They didn't allow the undead, aka wights, to pass through. Only the wall's magic is much stronger than the cave. Otherwise, the Night King would have broken the spell just like he did with the cave. Anyways, I also said in my episode 4 review that I think the eye among the three first men might refer to the three-eyed raven who has to come from the first man's line. Which one do you think it is? Maybe it's both? Maybe the three-eyed raven has to go to the Isle of Faces when the Night King tries to invade Westeros. What do you think of these theories? Don't forget to tell us in the comments. If you like this video, please click on the like button below, share the video and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Bye bye. See you in my next video.